Hello everyone, we continue with the third round of fight cards. For our first matchup, we see Monochrome take on MadCatter. If MadCatter wins this fight, they could go to 10 wins. And if Monochrome wins this fight, they could get an automatic berth into the tournament. And so a lot at stake here for both teams. MadCatter wants that staple 10 wins. But Monochrome wants to still stay undefeated in their career and go to 3-0 for the season. Let's see who gets the win down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the battle begin. And MadCatter will win the first shot. MadCatter gets him in the second. MadCatter looks like they're on the lower bot. In fact, in this fight, things can change in a jiffy. So far, it's MadCatter, but now Monochrome takes full advantage of MadCatter's mistake there. Great job by Monochrome to weaken up this fork to get under. And great job by MadCatter getting under once again. Taking the back of Monochrome multiple times. Gonna put Monochrome in the screws. Great job by MadCatter once again putting Monochrome on their back. Monochrome cannot self-fight, so they can leave him there and get the automatic win. But they're gonna try to throw him out of the arena. Nice shot, but they self-right Monochrome. Not a good idea by MadCatter that was. But now Monochrome goes under. Slams MadCatter. Monochrome now getting under with that low wide wedge, and they almost get MadCatter out of the arena. Great job by Monochrome that they're starting to get under, but they make a mistake, and MadCatter goes under, puts them on their back again. Hopefully they realize their mistake this time, but they're gonna try it again, and they don't pull them over this time, and they get Monochrome out of the arena. What a close fight this was. Monochrome took advantage of MadCatter's mistakes, and MadCatter got under in most exchanges, but Monochrome found some other ways to get under that it always required the front. But in the end, MadCatter's experience more paid off for them. But in some ways they did not, because they self-righted Monochrome, even though Monochrome could not self-right, and then Monochrome went to work against MadCatter. But MadCatter took advantage of one of Monochrome's mistakes, took him over, and then threw Monochrome out of the arena for their 10th win in their career. Great win by MadCatter. Up next, we have Huge taking on Bloodsport. These are two of the biggest boss in the entire field. So that should be a very interesting matchup for Bloodsport and Huge. They're both sitting out 1-1 this season, so this fight does not decide their season fate or success. And for Bloodsport, they want to keep winning because they're sitting at 3 wins and 8 losses on their career due to last season them going 0-4, and them getting an upgraded bot this year. It was good, but that weapon has not hit hard so far in their past 2 fights. And that's for Huge. They've had a complete redesign with a lot bigger wheels, and so they're a lot taller than the previous Huge. Let's see if you can get the win down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. And great job by Bloodsport getting under already. Bloodsport using those forks to their advantage. Huge is not that more powerful, but it's bigger in some ways. Those wheels. Now Huge cannot fit on the screws. That wide machine they have, and there goes both of most of that spinner for Huge. Now it's for a little stick. Not good for Huge, as they don't have a weapon now. They can't really do any damage. And for Bloodsport, they might need to find a new weapon next season. This weapon has not been hitting that hard. And so, great job by Bloodsport getting Huge on the screws. One wheel is out, but one wheel is not. As Bloodsport tries to take full advantage of this. And they're keeping hitting that one wheel. And they're trying to get Huge out of the arena. And they're almost out. And the fight is over. I guess this fight was not Huge's fight after all. They did absolutely nothing. Bloodsport used those forks and that spinner to perfection, breaking off Huge spinner so that they couldn't really do any damage. And Huge did absolutely nothing as they tried to go over some attacks, but instead of having no ground game and them being so tall, they couldn't really hit anywhere on Bloodsport. With the weapon being gone, Bloodsport found a way through, throwing Huge in the screws, and eventually got the other wheel out they needed to take home the win. Great win by Bloodsport. Up next, we have Barricade taking on Sawblaze. Barricade is sitting at 8-5 on their career and 2-0 this season, which means if they win this fight, they will get an automatic berth into the tournament. But for Sawblaze, in this fight, their season kind of hangs in the balance due to them being 1-1 this season. And they want to get to 2-1 in this season. As for Barricade, they want to go 3-0. And Barricade, if they win this fight, they can take a step closer towards that 10 wins. And for Sawblaze, they want to go back to a winning record. Let's see who can get this win down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Barricade delivering some early good shots. And Sawblaze is so far eating the shots that Barricade is delivering. They're trying to get under Barricade, and they do. Sawblaze taking full advantage of them getting under. Here's that hammer saw, but that hammer saw is absolutely nothing like real Battlebots. And so they're going to have to control this fight more so, not let Barricade split up. So far they have done a great job of. So they're eating the shots of Barricade. And Barricade can't really split up. Great job by Sawblaze controlling this fight early as they put Barricade down in the screws. Puts them on their head. Barricade came self-right, but they're in a bad position right here. This is a good spot for Sawblaze. And the fight is over. I guess that's one way to win against Barricade. Let them spin up, eat the shots, and then get under them. And not that really let them spin up anymore. And control them around, play with the screws. What Sawblaze did. And then eventually put Barricade on their head. And then threw Barricade out of the arena for Sawblaze's second win of the season. Great win by Sawblaze. Up next, we have Duck taking on Endgame. If Duck loses this fight, they cannot make the tournament. For Endgame, they want to still have a chance at a good seeding if they go 2-1 here. And I also just realized that Duck versus Bloodsport would have been a lot better of a match due to the career records, but an Endgame versus Huge would have been an interesting matchup. But it doesn't really matter now, since I planned these fights before I filmed this. Anyways, for Duck, they just have to use that beak to get under Endgame, and for Endgame, they just need to use those forks to get under Duck. Let's see who has the better ground game and who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. So far, it's Duck not getting under Endgame, and Endgame getting under Duck in every single exchange so far. Duck hasn't done a single thing. Endgame's fork configuration is working out for them splendidly. But now Duck gets under with that beak. Good for Duck by Duck. Getting under, but they had to consistently get under Endgame to do any real damage. They're going to the beak of Duck. That's going to be a lot harder now, as Duck does not have any way to get under Endgame. They're going to have to hope for a miracle now, as Endgame is now getting under in every exchange like they were before, going right back to work before Duck got under them. And a great job by Endgame so far, as they continue to get under Duck, and Endgame really delivering the shots to Duck, but Duck's friend can take the shots. They just don't have any way to get under. But now Endgame makes a mistake. Duck gets under somehow and puts Endgame in the screws. Great job by Duck so far. Duck probably used that what's left of that front area to get under Endgame. Great job. And Endgame was almost out of the arena but survives. And Duck makes a mistake and Endgame gets right back under. Great job by Endgame as they deliver some more brutal shots. And the fight is over. It turns out Duck didn't need a beak to get under Endgame. At the start of this fight, it was all Endgame as they ripped apart Duck's beak and just went to full work, getting under in every exchange, besides nearly 2, maybe 3, where Duck got under once and only for a short time though, and Endgame went back to work after that, and just continued their onslaught from where they left off. But Duck, in the long run, didn't really need a beak because they got under Endgame again and almost threw Endgame out of the arena with what's left of that front lifter part. And so, but in the end, it didn't really matter because Endgame got right back on their feet, used their back, and eventually throw Duck out of the arena to get the win. Great win by Endgame. Now it's time for our main event between Cobalt and Whiplash. Cobalt is sitting at 9-5, and Whiplash sitting at 8-5 in their careers, both sitting at 2-0 this season. And the winner of this fight gets an automatic berth into the tournament. And so a lot's at stake here, and if Cobalt wins this fight, they'll go to 10 wins on their career, and if Whiplash wins, they go one step closer to 10 wins. A lot at stake here, and for Whiplash, they're getting a brand new color design to now have enough pieces for the 4th round of fight cards, so they'll be black and yellow for the 4th round of fight cards, but as for now, they're red. And for Cobalt, they're not getting any redesign, and they're just have to win this fight so they can go to 3-0 in the season. Let's see who has the better ground game down in the pits. Let's head over there right now to see this main event. Let the battle begin. So far it's Cobalt getting under, but now Whiplash flips under Cobalt. Whiplash getting under a little bit here. Whiplash so far doing a great job getting under. Whiplash never made it past the round of 16. Have gone both times in the tournament, and so far they're getting under Cobalt right now. Great job by Whiplash as Cobalt's on their head. They cannot self-right. Whiplash tries to get out of the arena, but doesn't work. And they might leave Cobalt there as they're going for their attack. And it looks like they are. They will take this win and move on to 9 wins 10, in their career 9, and 8, go to 3-0 in the 6, season. 5, what a win 4, by Whiplash. 3, 2, 1, knockout. So they improved to 3-0. Cobalt slipped under in the first shot, but never really got under after that. Whiplash slipped under and took full advantage, flipping Cobalt over and using Cobalt not being able to self-right against him. Great win by Whiplash as they take home, going 3-0 this season. As for Cobalt, they're gonna have to win their next fight to get a good spot in the tournament. Next episode, we see the halfway point of the third round of fight cards. And next episode, we see Sub-Zero taking on Captain Shredderator, Gruff taking on Bronco, Gigabyte taking on Minotaur, Lucky taking on Beta, and in the main event, Hydra taking on Hypershock. All these fights will be next episode. Also, let me know if you guys want to see at the end of each episode a sneak peek of the next episode, or if you guys think I should stop doing that down in the comments. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.